I spent 3 days at AI Engineer World's Fair in San Francisco with 3,000 of the world's best AI engineers, Fortune 500 CTOs, and founders. I'm about to share the game-changing insights that shape how we build with AI in 2025 and beyond. These are the insights from people who are building the most innovative AI companies. We're about to dive deep into what's actually happening at the front of AI engineering. Stay tuned for the conversations with top engineers, architects, and founders. Make sure to watch till the end, as I will also share my own key takeaways from the conference. Do you feel responsible for the jobs that your code will eliminate?
No, I don't think that that's true. I think that software engineers for the last 50 years have been proudly sitting around replacing people, and we seem to have been quite happy with that. So I think it's a little bit of karma that now it's us who might be being replaced by some of the code. I mean, look, I don't think we're going to get to AGI anytime soon. I think we have these things with an enormous memory, enormous context window. They're not very intelligent, but they have an extremely large memory. And then they can write text that makes it feel like a human. And so we think they are intelligent because until now, when we met people with enormous knowledge, they are often intelligent. These things are not intelligent. I don't think that AI is going to replace software development, but there is an awful lot of rote code that we were all writing, that some people made their career out of writing, that no longer needs to be written by a human. I don't regret that. I think that's a good thing. I think that's exciting. Right now, we have an enormous need for more and more software to be written, so I don't think many people are going to be losing their jobs yet.
If AI makes every developer 10x more productive, does that mean that we're going to need 10 times less developers?
I don't think so. I think it will probably change how we work. But like for me, it's always been like, at least personally, the reason why I became a developer was because I had a lot of ideas and I wanted to turn them into reality. And I think a lot of developers feel that way. And, what for a lot of developers, the job turned out to be was like fixing bugs and like working off a backlog. And like, I found this myself just, now working on the agents SDK. Like, I delegated a lot of the tasks that I didn't want to do to Codex to work in the background on them for me. And I could focus on the things that I actually cared about and the things that I really wanted to tweak to my likeness, to my liking. And like that, I think is going to drastically change. Like there's so much demand for software. And I think it's actually going to empower more people to be able to build more things rather than, we're going to build the same amount of things with fewer people.
Banjo, tell me, what is the trend in AI that is overhyped versus underhyped?
Ooh, overhyped. I think a lot of people are excited about agents, but they don't know how to properly use them yet. So we're seeing a lot of excitement for agents, but we need to slow down a bit, think about what we're trying to build, and something that's underhyped. I guess voice conversational AI. I think a lot of strides have been made in that, but I haven't seen a lot of cool applications there. So I'm waiting to see more conversational AI agents applications. So it's a little bit of mix.
I think overhyped is vibe coding. Hopefully people don't assassinate me when I'm leaving the conference. And underhyped, I think, is making sure that generated code really meets the team's best practices and make sure that code that has been introduced to the product really works.
So I think underhyped, and I've been saying this a lot today, I think the importance of type safety, of static typing, is only going to increase. There's a number of different things happening there. Like in JavaScript, there was absolutely, or in the JavaScript, TypeScript world, there was no debate. No one thinks you should be writing JavaScript. Everyone is writing TypeScript. I think the same will happen in Python. I think the TY coming out from Astral and giving us a really fast open source, both static type checker and language server is going to move the dial again in Python. Thirdly, I think if you have AI agents writing your code, whether they be the cursor style or the more like Claude Code style autonomous coding agents, they love static type checking because they can go and basically check the accuracy of the code they've written and pick up an enormous number of errors. So I think static type checking is underhyped and is going to be a big thing. I'm going to say on the overhyped, I don't think MCP is overhyped. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really valuable. I was talking today about MCP is all you need. I think it has grown very, very fast in its adoption, and there are some regards in which people are probably suggesting it should be used for things that it's not right for. And so I think we need to be careful about using it for the right things, not for everything.
How much are you personally spending on AI tools per month?
I need to calculate. So I'm paying for Cursor, Crunchbase. I'm not sure if that counts, but they have AI search now, and Warp, Gemini, Claude, OpenAI. I'd say the bill is probably close to $1,000 at this point.
Yeah. Is it the max versions of most of those?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. I mean, we're a startup, so we're trying to build things as quickly as possible. And our approach has just been, when we need to do things quickly, we run it on every single platform at the same time, and then we can just come back to it and pick the best results. And that's worked actually quite well.
This is smart.
Yeah. Here's actually a startup idea. If you can build something that runs all of these at the same time for me and just give me the results at the end, I would pay money for that too.
Personally, how much are you spending a month on AI tools?
I want to say that we've budgeted about $100 to $120 per person per month is our budget. That's the way I like to think about it. I don't know how much we've used out of that budget, but that's the rough budget that we think about. So I want to say that on just pure AI tools, we spend, I guess the budget is anywhere between 100 and 300K. That's what I would say. It's roughly like that.
What part of your job do you think will be replaced by automation in a year?
Ooh. I would love some meetings to be replaced by automation. I'm trying to make an agent that can attend meetings for me, like a Banjo agent, kind of a first call. Because sometimes I attend meetings and I don't really know, they're asking very basic questions. Like, if I got an AI agent do that for me and I only come in when necessary, I think I would love that to be automated. And I'm actively trying to build an agent to solve that for myself.
One of the things people are irritated about is that AI is taking the things that they like to do.
Exactly.
I paint and I like to draw. So I think the fact that someone tells me that I don't need to do it anymore and AI is going to generate it for me. I don't want that. I don't want AI to take that from me. I want it to fold my laundry and to clean my home instead.
What would be your advice to somebody who is just starting in tech?
AI is not going away. You've got to learn it. So be aware of the tools. Don't be afraid of the tools, but understand AI is just a tool and it gets things wrong. So, yes, you can vibe code an app, but that's not a production ready app. So embrace the tools, learn a lot of the basics as well. So when your vibe coded app is broken, you can actually understand enough to fix it.
I feel like it's really important to go back to first principles of computer science. That's really, really important to kind of get back to and to get rid of the jargon. A lot of development over the last 10, 15 years essentially became about who knows the latest jargon at the right point of time. Who knows the latest tools, the latest frameworks. It's still there. It's still there even in this conference. You're still here. Oh, that's the latest tool. That's the latest technique. That's the latest framework. Let's go use it. Yes. That has to stop. We have to get to understand what the fundamentals of how things work are. So any job, any work that you do, any product that you build that deepens that first principles understanding is important, right? So it's more important than ever before because all of the shit on top, AI will do. I don't even care what the latest front-end framework is now because I'm just build it for me.
Right.
I don't care, right? It doesn't matter anymore, right? So I think that's the most important thing that you can do if you're in technology is that you probably have to spend more time getting first principles about things.
What you will take with you as a skill is the ability to learn, the ability to be creative and the ability to run businesses, and the skill set that is more on the softer end, the ability to present yourself better, right? These things are skills that I think are never taught in school, right? And come in the category of soft skills, which would become, I think, more and more important and in every single job, even though they are technical jobs.
What skill should every programmer learn in 2025?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people who think they don't need to learn the fundamentals of good software development, of what I would broadly refer to as computer science. I think that stuff is still incredibly valuable, even if you've got an agent writing some code for you. It's very much like having an intern. So I don't think I would point to any specific piece of technology. I think everyone needs to be using AI, but cynical about it and assuming it's going to go wrong. The same as if you have an intern, it's very valuable them doing some work for you, but you're not going to just like take it verbatim and assume it's right.
Here are my key takeaways from AI Engineer World's Fair. Specifications are becoming the product. Companies are putting their business logic in Markdown files, Claude.md files that tell AI agents how their systems work, what their APIs do, what their domain means. And these aren't just prompts. These are actual specifications for AI native companies. They version control them, test them, refine them obsessively. Your advantage isn't in generated code, it's in how precisely you express what needs to be built. Evals are mandatory, not optional. LLM outputs are probabilistic results that drift over time. What worked yesterday may fail tomorrow. Companies attach pass-fail checks to every pipeline step, every retrieval, every tool call. Think of evals like unit tests for traditional code. If you skip them, your agent becomes unpredictable. GPT-4 level intelligence costs 100 times less than in 2023, but we use 20 times more compute per request. Million token context. Reasoning models outputting 10x more tokens. Agentic workflows chaining dozens of calls. The pattern is, as AI gets cheaper per token, we tend to use exponentially more tokens. MCP is creating a business-to-agent economy. Model Context Protocol lets AI agents discover and use services autonomously. Amazon joined the steering committee of MCP. AI agents are becoming customers with budgets. If your product isn't agent-friendly, you're going to be invisible to the automated buyers. Teams are shrinking while output explodes. Single engineers are orchestrating what took departments. 10-person startups compete with 1,000-person companies. It's not about fewer people, it's about each person becoming dramatically more capable through AI orchestration. Models are becoming agents. We spent a year building scaffolding around LLMs, agent frameworks, routing logic, memory systems. Now, a lot of it is moving into the models. New reasoning models plan, backtrack, use tools, maintain context internally, focus on what is uniquely yours, data, domain expertise, semantic layer, and let models handle agent logic. Documentation is increasingly important. AI agents can only use what they understand. Better documentation means better AI performance, happier customers, and more revenue. Companies create semantic layers, structured domain knowledge that becomes training data, agent context, and operational guardrails. Your semantic layer is your moat. Speed of execution is the only sustainable differentiation and advantage. When AI replicates features in hours and regenerates code bases from scratch, speed is important. How fast you ship, iterate, incorporate feedback. So try to build for speed, automated testing, continuous deployment, feedback loops, and make sure that you do not forget about the quality. because quality goes first, but in AI era, you need both quality and speed. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. There is a lot more coming out with interviews from top professionals at OpenAI, Stanford, Pydantic, and many more. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Your reality has changed. You're stuck in your career. You're either using AI or being used. Do you still believe success is guaranteed? You feel it's time to wake up. Old strategies don't work anymore. Welcome to the real world. It will never be the same again. You need to fight for your future. Learn to spot truth from lies. I will help you. Together, we will win.